Okay, hey there, this is Pallavi and you're watching my channel, The Programmer Chance. So yesterday in the last video, we did a couple of things. We installed the dependencies, the React-Redux and the Redux. These are the libraries you might want to read. And now actually I've created this registration and login page and the header and all of that. And if you want to know how I did this, there's a separate video for that. Here in this video we'll just implement the React Redux logic, and you will know how to implement that for the registration and login and user authentication process. So let's start with what do you call as action creator and the action. So this actually there are three things. The three things when you go to the Redux stuff. One is action, another one is action creators, and another is reducers. So what are actions? Actions are something that you want to achieve in the application. Let's say in this registration application, in this application where we are meant to do the user authentication, you authenticate a user, register the user, it is one action. You log in the user, it is another action. You get the user to the UI from the backend, that is another action. And you keep the user persisted in the UI until he's doing his work and he's not signed out, that is another action. So we got here 4 actions that we are going to implement that. So first thing, when we are doing the registration process, we need to make sure that yes, the user is registered. Second thing, when the same user want to log in, we want to make sure that the user is loaded from backend to the UI. And the third thing is yes, I just told user loaded. And the fourth thing is make the user persist. Now this is all about actions. Now we will create the action as constants, an object which holds the constants. Okay, in reducers you keep the action type as constants. Now the action creator is something like you implement it is an exportable function. This is like an exportable function. Exportable function, let me just write it, this export default xyz, that is the function name. And here whatever you are getting, let's say I just want to type add a post. I'll need the content and I'll need the title of the post. Okay, so this is the exportable action creator. So here what you will do the Axios request, and get the result of the post that has come, and then you return the result to the reducers. One is your action that you want to which action got you this result, and the next one is the result itself, which is the data, that is the title and the content. So this thing in the Redux flow will ultimately go to this phase. This is the reducer. Okay, this is the reducer. So this data that we are returning is the payload over here, and this action we are returning from the action creator is the type over here. Now here in the switch statement, it will see which type you want you have dispatched, and based on that it will manipulate the state. This is the initial state, and this initial state is going to change based on the payload and based on the action. So this is all about the theory. Okay, now in the next video or in the next part of this video, we'll implement all of these things. This is enough of the talks. You know the Redux flow, you know the 3 important things of Redux to implement Redux. Now we'll just implement that. So